Okay, we are going to continue playing with the Titanic dataset. And the next thing I want to do is, on my observation, I see there are some titles in the passengers' names. Okay, so I just want to show a list and see what are the interesting uh, titles we have in this dataset. And why do we want to do that? I suspect, depending on the title, and then they are gonna, the titles may have some impact on whether this person is likely to survive or not. So, for example, if I argue that my title is a doctor, and then I say, okay, so if you don't let me survive, and then there is a doctor gonna die in this tragedy, and we shouldn't let this happen because a doctor can be a important person for the remaining of the world. So is this going to be a valid argument or not? I don't know, but I'm suspecting that the title of the person could mean something in this prediction. So the first thing is, I'm just printing all the names, and I see a lot of the misters, and I also see a master here. And then I also see some of the titles I don't know what do they mean actually. Okay, so actually, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the titles with a specific Python. So I match this Python, and then I'm gonna take all the titles, and I create a new column called title. Okay, so and after that I want to do a count, a value count. So I see a lot of the misters and the misses and the miss, master, and Don, Rev, doctor. Okay, so there are doctors on the ship, but not a lot. Okay, so there are some of the common ones, and there are some of the ones less common. So the first thing is, for the MLLE, it is just a miss in another language. So I'm mapping some of the titles of the same meaning to the same one. And after that, for some of the less common ones which are here, and then I'm gonna replace them with special, because for some of the titles there are just a few or only one occurrence, and then I don't want to treat one feature which only appear once in a very special way, because that may be a waste. So for all the titles which are not that common, I'm just putting them into a category called special. Okay, so after that, this is the new value count. So we still have a lot of Mr. and Mrs. and Miss, Master, and then all the remaining of them are special right now. So what we have done is, in the title column, there are 5 different titles in this case, and we are extracting some of the useful information from the passenger's name and then put that into the title. And why do we do that? The name column is going to be the one we definitely going to drop later, right? So if we know this person survived in this tragedy, and then do we want to really learn from the name? Learning from the name doesn't help us to predict the data we haven't seen, so this name feature is going to be dropped anyhow. Okay, and however, I believe the title of the passenger may mean something. And of course, we have the gender column. So for the gender column, it already tells us whether that is male or female. However, for the title, I suspect it may give us additional information. Is that assumption true or not? We don't know that yet. But before throwing away the name column, and then we can extract some of the information and put that into a new column called title. Okay, And if you see here on this line, we do have a special here because the title is donut. Okay? Okay, and after that, so this is the dataset for now, and that's finished. Not yet. Okay, and there are even other things you can do. And the question I'm going to ask you is, what are the things you are going to do next? So, for example, passenger ID. What are you going to do with that? Okay, and then if you suspect this passenger ID is not important, you want to throw that away, what should you do before you do that? What do you do before you throw the passenger ID away? So probably you should have to do a feature importance first before you decide to throw the passenger ID away, right? And then how about the ticket number? Do you think the ticket number is important or not? Well, you should think about that. I would say it may not be that important. So there are definitely more things we should consider. And what else? So this is the fare, right? So this fare shows how much this person paid for the ticket. And then for the fare, it is similar, it is correlated to the P class. Do you think so? Like for those two persons and they paid $7 or £7, and then they are in the class 3. And then for the next person, well, the ticket was 165, and then that's class 1, right? So you can see there is a big difference. So for the fare and the P class, and well, they are highly correlated. So if we have two features that are highly correlated, can we drop one of them? So that's another thing you should consider. So, well, those are just a few more ideas I may try to do before I send the dataset to the machine learning model. Or if I have finished the baseline machine learning model and then I'm working on improving the performance of my model, and then I will try that. Okay, so well, this is a very quick sum up. Well, for the feature importance, well, we are trying to evaluate the features and then try to pick the top features which are proved to be highly predictive. Okay, and then to deal with the nonce, well, depending on how many percentage of the data is missing. If we have some of the data is missing but not a lot, and then we may want to fill in the missing data with, for example, the average value or a reasonable guess of the missing values. Or if we have a big percentage of the missing data and then it doesn't really worth us the time and the effort to save that feature, and we can just throw that away. And well, in some of the cases, even though for some of the unimportant features or in some of the throwaway features, and you may be able to extract some of the useful things. Okay, so that's it for today, and today is Thursday, so I won't see you tomorrow. I will see you on Monday. Okay, bye.